Hey, what's going on, you guys? Back with another video. Stone Guy 7068 here. So today, this is part one of a series of Friday, Saturday, and Sunday stories. You know, some of the personal experiences, crazy experiences I've had throughout my life. But long story short, let's jump into the video. I don't want to talk too much before I get into the story, so we're just gonna dive right in. This is around middle school, around when I was in middle school. For reference, I'm 30 years old now. So I was around 12, 13 years old. And so it was like one of the nicest days of the year so far. And I was enjoying my day. I was having fun with my friends at school. Mom came to pick me up. My mom came to pick me up. And my brother was with me. Or my brother was with her. So, for reference, he's 7 years older than me. So we went home. I was planning on going outside to hang out with my friends and stuff. And so we came home. You know, I guess I didn't have any homework that day, so I was just, getting ready to go outside and play with my neighborhood friends. And then all of a sudden, my brother started poking me, or like messing with me, punching, poking, just getting on my freaking nerves. And so I started doing it back. And my mom was starting dinner, which went on for a while. Dinner was almost completely done. I don't know what we were eating that night, but my brother's really starting to piss me off. So I punched him really hard in the elbow. And I guess it really hurt. So he got mad and, pushed me because I guess it really hurt. We were both chasing each other around, almost falling over stuff anyway. But that time he pushed me. I hit the side of the bed, and then right next to my bed is a marble windowsill for my window, and I hit the edge of that right next to my eye. And I saw stars for a second. I'm pretty sure I passed out for like 2 or 3 seconds. I didn't even think it was that long. I know I blacked out though. But I stood right back up. I'm like, you SOB, and I'm like, you mother effer. I'm like, you bro, like, that's not cool to push me like that. He's like, oh shit. Well, he grabbed me right away. He's like, oh shit, I didn't mean to hit you push you that hard. I didn't mean for that to happen. So then he looked in my eyes like, oh shit. He's like, let's go show mom. I'm like, why? He's like, dude, there's a hole in your head. There's a hole right next to your eye. And I'm like, Brian, you dumbass. And that's my brother's name, Brian. So my mom looked at him. She's like, oh my God, you guys are morons. She's like, dinner was almost done. It's like the nicest day of the year. And she's like, now, and she told him, she's like, now we gotta take you to the hospital. Now we gotta take Brandon to the hospital. To my brother, which is my name, Brandon. So, and the weird thing was, I guess, where it was at on my head, it didn't really bleed a lot. But my brother's like, dude, you can see the white meat a little bit inside the puncture wound or wherever I hit my head on the edge or corner of the marble windowsill. But for some reason we didn't want to go in the ER and wait for several hours because my mom had just got done cooking dinner. And she was like, I can't believe you guys would do this. She's like, we had dinner almost ready. She's like, I was going to take you guys to go do something. And so we ended up going to this urgent care. Not too far from our house, about 10-15 minute drive. And at that point, it did start bleeding quite a bit. Not dangerously, but it did was starting to run down my face. Once, my brother rubbed it or something, to make sure it didn't start bleeding. So we did that. And, sitting in a waiting room. The lady was like, let me just take you back here behind, we were sitting in front of the desk where we checked in. Behind the desk, behind the door, like where all the rooms are and stuff. She's like, let me take a look. So she looked at it and she's like, I'm going to be honest with you guys. She's like, I would go to the ER. And my mom was like, oh my God, I'm going to kill you both. So we ended up going to the ER. No. My mom was like, she's like, can you guys stitch it up? And I was freaking out because I hated stitches and stuff like that. I was like, I don't want stitches. My mom's like, you're going to have to get that fixed. And she's like, well, I'm going to be honest with you. If we do it here and if we gave him stitches, she was telling my mom, she's like, he'll have railroad tracks from the stitches. A railroad tracks like scars. They'll look like railroad track. So I said, okay. Or she said, okay, I don't really want that for him. So she's like, but yeah, the thing is, I don't think we can even do it. She's like, it's way too close to his eye. So we ended up going to the ER because she thought we needed an eye surgeon. And the ER doctor's like, and if it would have been like a centimeter or two closer to your eye, you probably would have needed an eye surgeon to do stitches and stuff. But I was freaking out and crying because I was young and I didn't know what the hell was going on. And he's like, well, you don't need... He's like, I don't... Honestly, normally we do stitches, but he's like, I'm not really an eye surgeon or qualified to really work that close to an eye. And he's like, it's not even close enough. He's like, he said it was very close, but not close enough to where I need an eye surgeon. So he did stitches, or he didn't do stitches. He said, you're not going to need stitches. He's like, whatever I can do. He's like, what I can do, he's like, I can give you, he's like, I can put some medical glue on it so it doesn't come apart. Stuff like that. And I was like, oh, I've never heard of medical glue, which I haven't. I hadn't at the time. I was pretty young. So they cleaned it out with saline, which hurt pretty bad. And then I was like, sweet, I don't have to get stitches. It actually hurt pretty bad with cleaning it out with saline solution, just because it was a wound. But so they pinched the skin together and put some medical grade glue on it to close the skin. And he's like, you're gonna have to be really careful so that it doesn't come apart and doesn't open up again. And to be honest, it didn't really hurt that bad after they were done, but I think I had a headache for 3 or 4 or 5 days straight where that cut was right by my eye. And then the nurse technician or medical technician was like, scar will be gone in 6 months. Guess what? That was in 08 or 09. And guess what? It's still there. And I'm 30 years old. And it's 2026. So, if you ever watch this video, whoever told me that, you're wrong. Because I still have the scar. But anyway, it ended up healing up. And I don't think me and my brother ever got any more fights that would cause something like that. We didn't have any more injuries for years. Because he was worried about that. I think it really worried him. But he teases me to this day about it. But you know, it's all fun and games. You know, he's my big brother and I love him. He's cool. But we still, you know, tease each other about what happened that day and how he pushed me intentionally. I don't think he did not mean for me to hit the side of the bed and then smack my face on the edge of the marble windowsill. He may have meant for me to hit the bed, but he didn't count on me slapping the side of the windowsill. But I thought this was opened up by now. But anyway, that's what happened. My mom was pissed off. It was a long day. It took like 5 days for my stupid headache to go away. But I'm sure everybody's had injuries from their siblings or horseplay or horse playing in the house. But it's how you make funny and good memories. It's not funny at the time, but when you look back at it years later like I am now, it makes you laugh your ass off. So that's all for today, That's all for today, y'all. Or that's the story for today. And I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you all have a great day. Stay happy, healthy, and safe. It is a beautiful day out today. Hopefully it is wherever you are. It's going to be in the 60s, 70s today. Here where I'm at. Where I live. So I will catch y'all guys in the next one. If you want to see more Fortnite gameplay or Grand Theft Auto, Call of Duty, let me know what games you want me to play, and I will try to play it. But I'm gonna get off here. I hope you guys had enjoyed that story. But I will catch you guys in the next video. I love y'all. Stay safe, happy, and healthy. Peace out.